קימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I was born in Israel, and since my childhood, through my adolescence, until today, there is always a threat to Am Israel and a threat to Eretz Israel. In the 1970s, it was Jordan. 1980s, it was Lebanon. 1990s, Iraq, and until those days, we still have Iran as a threat. But something happened. Something happened on Thursday when we went to sleep and we knew that in Eretz Israel, the IDF went on attack on Iran. The name of the operation that was chosen by the Prime Minister was Am Kalavi. And the question is, where did they take that name? Why Bibi Netanyahu chose that name? And the answer is that it was taken from a pasuk in Parashat Balak. Hen Am Kalavi Yakum v'chari itnasa. And the question is, why Am Israel is being described as a lion? And it's a real question because the last time I went to the Bronx Zoo was Pesach time, Chol HaMoed, when I took my kids to the zoo, and we went to the safari, and we took the ride into the Bronx Zoo, and we saw the lion, and the lion was lying down. I think one of the kids tried to throw food on it. It didn't move. Between us, maybe it was dead. I don't know. It was not moved for a very long time, and it looks like a shmate. The lions really look like a shmate. No matter what you say, no matter how much you scream, no matter what you throw at it, it looked like a shmate. It didn't move. So I said, you know what? Maybe let's look about another lion that I saw. And I remember that one day, me and my husband went to the circus, and again we saw a lion jumped through a ring that was on fire, and it was very impressive. But I was thinking about it. It was another shmate. That's what it was. It was a well-trained, beautiful lion, but it was just doing what it's supposed to do, what it was trained to do. So why are we so deep into the concept that Am Israel is like a lion, Am Kelavi? So I think that the answer comes from the Gemara. The Gemara actually says, Aryeh muad leolam. There is a description, 3 words to describe the lion. It says, Aryeh muad leolam. That means that there is some kind of a gene that the lion has that you never know when it will come up. There is a gene that just once the lion is up, it's up. It's just there. And everybody just know it. And what happened when that gene wakes up? We have that in our Torah. In Chumash Bereshit, we see that Yaakov gives his son the brachot. And the one bracha that everyone knows, including children, they all know the big bracha that Yaakov gave to Shevet Yehuda, to Yehuda's son. And he said, Al tira Israel, ki im gur aryeh lo ata, ve'aryeh im ish'ag, mi lo ira. And we have to understand those words in order to understand what happened at the moment that this gene in the lion wakes up. And the answer is, Yaakov told his son, Al tira Israel, don't be afraid, because sometimes kim gur, you will feel like a gur. Be'ivrit, gur means a puppy. Some periods of time you will feel like a puppy. Omer Yaakov, don't worry. Aryeh lo ata, you're a lion. You're not a puppy. You may feel like a puppy sometimes, but you're not a puppy. You're actually a lion. Ve'aryeh mishag. And what happens that moment that this gene wakes up? Ve'aryeh mishag. If the lion will roar, and not only that, what happens? Mi lo ira. Who will not be afraid from it? And you tell me, isn't it what we see today? We see that on Thursday night, as the whole operation started, and later on when Iran started to respond, we saw Jordan taking down missiles that were sent to Israel. Jordan that we fought in 1970s, they are taking down rockets that target Israel. And then we see in Syria how Israel took land They went into Syria to take land, and this is insane. And the same thing happens also in Lebanon, and so on. I mean, through the past year and a half, I will say that we see miracles. We saw something that we didn't see before. We see the lion is up. And what happened when the lion is up? Everybody's scared. That's what we see now. So as we understand what it means to be Am Kelavi, I just want to remind ourselves that this line of me and Am Kelavi Yakum Becharit Nasa was taken from Parashat Balak when Balak hired Bilam to curse Am Israel, and the first time Bilam couldn't do it, and the second time he again they end up giving a bracha, so he couldn't curse Am Israel. He gave a bracha to Am Israel, and it happens another time. It happens altogether 3 times. So on the second time, the bracha that Bilam gave Am Israel was an Am Kalavi Yakum V'charit Nasa, and those words had such a deep meaning. We are a lion. We are a lion and we're up. That's it. We're up and slowly we're taking care of every single threat. And now this is the last one. This is the hardest one, but it's also the last one. And by the end of the Parashat Balak, when Balak is upset because for 3 times he tried to convince Bilam to curse Am Israel, but Bilam end up giving bracha to Am Israel, Bilam said to Balak, I understand that you're angry, but let me tell you one more thing. I will tell you what happens by the end of days. What will happen be'achrit hayamim in the future? And he says the following pasuk. He says, Darach kochav miYaakov v'kam shevet be'Yisrael. Bilam said to Balak, Darach kochav miYaakov. A leader will rise from the Jewish nation. V'kam shevet me'Yisrael. And he will be a strong leader. And what will this leader will do? Umachatz pa'atei Moav v'karkar kol bnei Shet. He will demolish, he will destroy all Israel's enemies. Rashi on that pasuk says, Darach kochav miYaakov. At that point, when Bilam spoke, he gave a nevuah about David HaMelech, that David HaMelech will one day will rise and he will crush all his enemies. But then, on the next pasuk, Rashi said one more thing. He says, do you remember this nevuah that Bilam gave Balak? Darach kochav miYaakov? It won't happen once. It will happen twice. It will happen one time with David HaMelech, but it will also happen when Mashiach comes. Meaning there is one more time when a leader strong enough will come and will crush all our enemies and all Am Israel enemies. So with those words, I will finish up and I will say, Al tira Israel, ki im gur aryeh lo ata, ve'aryeh mish'ag mi lo ira. Thank you very much.